we starting?
Hey,
Are we rolling?
I guess so.
The spirit is high in the studio today.
The spirit is high. It's
Well-
the Christmas spirit.
Welcome to the Only Good Podcast, episode 4. 4 for Deshaun Watson, right? You were saying that.
Yeah, I was saying earlier. Yeah,
Why do you like Deshaun Watson's game? What do you like about it?
the footballing that he does when he throws and or runs with the football.
He's got a really good training staff.
Yeah, he's always very loose on the field.
You got him to sign.
My wiener.
You probably signed his wiener
Well,
with your butthole.
okay.
Let's get some claps going for that one.
Right. That would clap for that.
We have a lively studio today. Should we introduce the studio? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
They put the studs in studio. We got
They put the
Dan-
oh no in studio.
Oh no. In studio. No, you didn't.
Uh-oh.
We have Dan Johnson, producer.
Dab.
We have our other producers who are also brothers. Eskimo brothers, Andrew and Steven Oliver.
Hey.
What was the guy's name you guys both banged?
Dan
Johnson. Let's clap it up.
Eskimo triplets.
Eskimo triplets.
Oh God.
You trying to get on some? Okay? We're gonna. Well, we were filming at Single Dad's Kitchen, and you said this about the Menendez brothers. What did you say about the Menendez brothers?
I said, oops. It was a pretty big oopsie daisy, is what I said first of all.
But you said they're technically Menendez Eskimo brothers.
Yeah, because of the dad. Yeah, the dad banged them both. Right? Didn't he?
Technically not wrong.
I mean, sorry, Lyle.
Let's give it up for the Menendez Eskimo brothers. Yeah. Well, I am sitting here with my
Wiener out.
yeah, that. You can't see it.
Nobody can.
Never could.
Nobody ever has.
The founder of Micropeens. I'm sitting here with Shabuzi's biggest fan,
That is true.
an estranged United Healthcare worker
Well,
at Joe Hamric Comedy. Now, what?
I lost my backpack this weekend.
I'm about to say, yeah, didn't you just
Have you seen it?
you had a work trip in New York, Joe, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What happened?
Nothing of note. Again, I misplaced my backpack. I went to a Starbucks, flirted with a lady a little bit, pulled my mask down.
To be clear, your employer, United Healthcare, denied you a claim.
Former
though.
employer, yeah.
Former employer. Yeah, man. So you have a good time in New York, or what else? You know?
No, I just saw some of the sights. Saw an old friend.
Joe Hamric, guys.
Thank you. Thanks. I don't really have an introduction worked up for you, but I do want to just point out that you were actively working against flood relief efforts in North Carolina. Remember you went up there and you were actually
What was I doing?
you were slashing tires of the Red Cross vehicles and eating the food for the pouring water out and just drinking as much water as you could. Remember that?
Yeah.
Actively working against flood relief. Joey Thompson.
Fuck you.
No, you really should not have done that.
I should not have done that.
But here we are.
Well, we're back. Coming hot off a tiff we had with the Costco guys.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen, we did a clip about the Costco guys. Joe, what are your views on the Costco guys?
Well, you know what, Joey? I think this is a good time for me to apologize.
You want to You're going to apologize to the Costco guys for what you said?
And their fans. And their fans.
And the fans. Well, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Should I just straight down the...
Yeah.
Okay, straight down the barrel? I just want to apologize and just say, hey, you guys are all right. I want to apologize to their fans. You guys are super cool. Really level-headed about your fandom of that awesome TikTok act. So just again, my apologies that anyone likes that or thinks it's good or I got some death threats.
You should have.
Yeah, I deserved it. So again, straight down the barrel. Just kidding. Fuck you.
Dude, we got some comments on the video. What are some of your favorite comments from our clip? Our first clip, I would say, to go semi-viral
Sure.
on TikTok.
on the pod, yeah.
Yep.
I can say my favorite genre of comment was, who the fuck are you guys, you losers? Those guys are famous and you're jealous.
To my point, hey, Jeffrey Dahmer is famous.
Was.
Harvey Weinstein is famous.
Famous, sure.
So I don't like that argument at all.
No, it doesn't really
I've
make
never
no
heard.
sense.
The argument was, I've never heard of you guys. I've heard of them. It's like, dude, you've heard of
Yeah.
a lot of. You've heard of Jeffrey Epstein, right?
Right.
That's not a good argument.
No, it's not. And Jeffrey Epstein, to be clear, a lot more famous than us.
He is. So
I'd say some of the girls he banged are more famous than us. The
And I would
teenagers.
say if you like the Costco guys, you probably like Jeffrey Epstein as well.
Yeah, I'd say they're probably pretty much tied together for eternity.
There's another one too. What the fuck were people saying to us?
All kinds of nasty shit.
Oh, yeah, they were like, "Hey, you guys are haters. People just having fun, and you're a hater." I was like, "Well, bro, we were just having fun.
Yeah.
Now you sound like a hater,
Bitch.
ho."
Bitch ass hoe.
Also, the people who are always, it's like the Jake Paul thing when they're like, he's just trying to get his bag.
Yeah. The other one was, oh, you're making fun of a kid. Well,
Yeah.
maybe not the kid's fault. Maybe he's dragged into it.
I think you're making fun of the dad is what I think you're making fun of.
I think so. I feel like the Rizzler is some sort of weird elf creature, right? Like his face looks like a little meatball elf.
I think the Rizzler's just shit, dude. Keep the Rizzler's name out your fucking mouth.
Yeah, I
and
will.
put a chicken bake in there.
Yeah, I'll try from now on. The Rizzler, get the fuck out of here.
What a terrible.
But again, I apologize.
Well, just glad we got that off our chest. That was a great segment.
Yeah, no, everybody's gonna love that part. And we can edit all of that out, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Great.
Well, this is about time, probably the best time for me to announce that I quit.
The only good podcast.
The only good podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Get us the fuck out of here.
Perfect. Yeah.
Get the audience out of here.
Yeah. Oh, all right, Dan. Now that you took a huge sip of water, what's next?
What's on the agenda for today?
Yeah, Dan.
If you don't know, if you're listening to as he finishes his water, we filmed this in a studio. It's not a garage.
No.
Where there was a huge rager here last night.
No, not at all.
At all. Do you believe in hair of the dog?
I do.
I think
do.
I did not think it was a real thing, but this morning.
Yeah. Less than 12 hours ago, I was standing in this very garage.
Studio. We're in the
Studio. Fuck. Damn it. But, yeah. No, hair of the dog. We should have called this the Hair of the Dog podcast. Fuck.
You used to call it the rod of the dog.
Yeah.
Based off of what?
Hair of the rod.
Hair. So, yes, I believe it. I don't think it's a myth. If you're a scientist and you can explain hair of the dog in biological terms, hit up the Only Good podcast.
Yeah.
Or Hair of the Rod podcast.
Yeah, the Hair of the Rod podcast. Hair of the Rod pod.
Rod pod, dude.
Rod pods. It's our new sponsor. It's the Zens that you put in your dick
Rod?
hole.
Yeah. Tell them about that. You have a product. Joe is an inventive guy.
Sure.
What kind of patents are you working on right now, bud?
Well, the Rod pods now.
Well, break down what a Rod pod is.
You take the Zen or whatever brand you like, and you cram it in your dick hole.
Have you tested it on animals yet?
Is Dan? I mean, Dan's a human
animal.
man. He's not an animal, but yeah.
I thought you went straight to testing it on yourself.
Obviously, you test on yourself first.
So you would say that Dan has had some nicopene?
No. Yes, I would say that, Joey.
Just call them nicopenes.
The effects lasted for a good bit, but I mean, that was like 5 or 6 weeks ago. Do you know how to get it out?
Oh no, I didn't. We're still working on that.
Could you work on that?
Yeah, we'll work on it harder. You want me to
Get a
figure it out?
nicopene retrieval hook to shove. There you go.
It's a tie-in product. Nicopene tweezers.
Well, Dan, what's our next segment?
What, Dan? Why'd your eyes get really big all of a sudden?
Yeah.
We talked about doing some word prompts.
Okay.
So you're telling us and the audience you're going to give us word prompts, and we're going to just say whatever comes to our mind.
The first thing that comes to our mind.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay. Would we like to try it?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the first word, Dan?
3, 2, 1. Our response.
Okay.
I mean, we're gonna do a few of them. So
We're gonna 3, 2, 1, or we're just gonna say
On the first one, let's do that.
All right.
The first one I've got here is zesty.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
9/11. Yes.
Obviously,
We knew.
saw that one coming a mile away.
You just got goofed on. We just goofed on the producer.
It's a goof about on
Everybody
you, Dan.
boo Dan for being. Boo. Gotcha, dude. We're two towering twins on that
We
one.
planned it.
Damn. That was in plain sight.
I don't get that one.
I don't get that one either.
All right, do you want to do a real one?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it over? I mean,
That's it. Well, it might as well be.
It's over.
the next word is never.
Muhammad
Forget
Atta. Yours probably makes more sense. But never Muhammad Atta, never again. We won't get fooled again.
They play the Who song at the in 2001.
Yeah. They probably did.
They probably should.
Yeah.
Hey, terrorist, you got us one time. Second time, you gon' get fooled again. Anyway,
Yeah. Good song, though.
hey, terrorist, watch me hit this drive.
All right, Dan, that was a really good
Alright,
one.
Next word, double.
Lasagna.
Penetration?
Oh.
Double lasagna, bro. That was your prompt, was double lasagna?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
I've been reading a lot of Garfield.
What is the
You know
double
that.
lasagna? Is that 2 lasagnas or is it like a
Double stack.
double stack lasagna, bro?
Yeah.
Next up, the word is tickle.
Fight.
My pickle?
Oh.
What'd you say?
Fight.
Tickle fight?
Yeah, do you remember we had a tickle fight the other day?
Deshaun Watson had a tickle fight. Is what his lawyer said.
He won or lost depending on which side you're on, I guess.
Tickle my pickle. You could tickle a pickle in a tickle fight.
You could. Well, that's the goal. That's how you win, right?
That's what your priest said.
Yeah. How did you talk to Father John? Father Dan?
Father John Misty.
I don't know what
His
that is.
priest name is Father John Misty.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
It-
Explain yourself.
It's the guy you speak to in the box. The box.
With the screen or whatever.
You don't know Father John Misty?
No, I don't. What is
my
that?
God, dude.
Do you know what that is?
Oh yeah,
What is it?
he's a musician.
Oh, okay.
Andrew and Steven opened for him once.
Oh,
You guys
really?
open for newsflash, breaking news. 2 of our producers opened for Father John Misty.
Open their
We got kicked
buttholes.
out of his sound check.
What?
We were trying to enjoy his sound check and we got kicked out because no one is allowed to watch Father John Misty as he checks his sound.
Sounds a little pretentious.
Yeah, a little bit arrogant, Father John.
Yeah.
We're gonna become the #1 Father John Misty haters on the internet.
Yeah. You guys did open for Steve Miller Band, though. Which is pretty impressive.
Steve's a nice guy.
Is he?
He did not kick us out of sound check.
I'm a joker. I'm a joker. I'm only the joker.
That's
I'm
it?
just a joker.
I forgot the rest.
Oh, speaking of the joker, just
Okay.
going on. We're just going on tangents now.
Yeah.
I think that if you have more than one Joker tattoo, you
Or
should
just one.
you should be on an FBI watch list.
Yeah, or just one. Right?
yeah.
I don't think two's the requirement. I think if you have one.
If you have one Joker tattoo, you might be a school shooter. Is what I'm saying here.
Shooter had a Joker tattoo. No shit.
That's my what?
The fuck?
Have you ever seen a child predator or school shooter and looked at the photo and been like, "What? That guy?"
Not him.
We should have some like things that we can like stereotype that someone is a school shooter. Joker tattoos absolutely on there.
Yeah. Free access to too many firearms, probably.
2.
Mental health. Deep-seated hatred for the education system.
That is absolutely
This is just real facts.
Crustache.
It's not funny at all. Just real facts.
Well, look, we can move away from this subject. We got a little serious there, and to that I say, why so serious?
I should have seen that one.
Why so serious? I love to NFL players. I have like Joker gloves all the time and Joker shoes.
Who's your favorite Joker?
Jared Leto, bro.
Is it Jared Leto, really?
Yeah. No.
No.
He's like-
It can't be true. That's no one's favorite anything.
What's up with your shirt? You want to tell the audience what you're rocking and what it means?
It's like my personal brand,
Okay.
and I think it speaks for itself.
Who's Terry?
Terry, that's who Terry is.
Okay.
He's my son's future stepdad.
Would you have an internet series that he's a unseen star in?
You know what? That's a great idea.
We should do it.
We should. We didn't do it. You mean?
Single Dad's Kitchen?
Oh, I thought
That was the name that came to mind.
That's a great idea. What do you think, guys? Yeah? No, Steven doesn't like it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So no Single Dad's Kitchen.
No.
Tell us about Single Dad's Kitchen. What would it be like?
I would say it would probably be something like me and, I don't know, like my
Biological
son.
son?
Yeah. And we would cook items successfully.
Yeah.
Good items for people, and we'll just put the recipe up at the end.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So you're saying like a helpful internet series where you cook with your son.
Yeah. Straightforward, helpful, healthy. Fresh
food.
ingredients, farm to table. Table being the operative word there.
We were playing a game, right? A
Yeah.
prompt game?
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Were we?
Yep.
Okay, do we want to go back to that, or?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna
There are a lot
lock
of
in.
words.
We're gonna lock in, and we're just gonna
All right.
give us a prompt. Let's go.
Hold on. Okay.
Next word, pucker.
Your
Butthole.
Let's go. Pucker your butthole.
Yep. Not planned. That one was not planned.
Are there any situations that make you pucker your butthole, Joe?
Right. Yeah, this right now. It's the thought of people watching this.
Going to federal prison.
Well,
Peas my bee. That's what we say in studio. We don't say pucker my butthole. It peas
that really
my
peas
bee.
my bee.
Yeah.
It's the 2020 version of grind my gears.
Pee my bee, dog. Does anything unpee your bee? You ever had an
Diarrhea?
unpuckered butthole? Father John Misty concerts unpucker my butthole.
Yeah. Especially if you eat like a bunch of Taco Bell right before. Remember you shit your pants at the Father John Misty concert?
Yeah, I do. I was security.
Yeah, you
I
were
was not a very good security guy that night.
No, unless you were in that bathroom stall with you, and then
More like insecurity. I had sex with him. He was in security.
Father John Misty?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Breaking news.
We call him FJM. Yeah. What lingo.
Yeah, that's a lot of abbreviations.
FJM, bro.
Father John Misty, if you're watching.
Take me to church.
Oh shit, is that what he sings?
That's Hosier, bro. But
Fuck.
that's Hosier.
I thought I knew a song. What's his most famous
Real
song?
love, baby. Real love, baby, right?
Hollywood Cemetery.
I don't know any of those songs.
Our audience doesn't either.
Well, sorry.
I'm glad the first 45 minutes of this podcast are getting chunked.
Has it been 45 minutes already? Okay. How
guess
long
not.
has it been? 27 minutes? It's pretty close to 45.
As we say in studio, 27 min.
Two
And
se-
for the
two
longer we
seven
go,
men.
we get another min. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love men, dude. Next word.
Men.
The 28th min.
This is actually perfect. The next word is Mr.
Brightside. Mr. Brightside?
Butthole.
What is Mr. Butthole?
Mr. Butthole. You don't know Mr. Butthole? Your family doesn't do that at Christmas?
Is that the thing with the bondage straps?
Yeah, well, Christmas Eve, you're sleeping or whatever, and Mr. Butthole creeps up. You don't do that at your house?
No, keep going. I want to learn more about Mr. Butthole. I think the audience wants to learn more about Mr. Butthole, too. What
Mr.
happens?
Butthole creeps up while you're sleeping and kisses you on the butthole and whispers Merry Christmas into your butthole. You don't do that? Your family doesn't do that? Dan, your family does that, right?
The studio is losing it right now.
Dan's crying. Dan, are you all right?
Who's playing Mr. Butthole this year?
I don't know. I mean, we're going to have to see, but it's probably me, I guess.
And how long have you been doing this game?
It's not
a game.
To be clear, it's not a game.
How long?
It's very serious.
Have you been doing the Mr. Butthole
all
tradition?
all my life.
Okay.
Anyway, Mr. Butthole, and if he doesn't kiss your butthole, he comes to get you. He steals all your presents. It's your basic Christmas villain.
But if you don't let him do it,
MBH.
he steals all your presents.
Yeah. MBH, bro. What did you say? Brightside? What even is that?
Mr. Bro, I like how I said Mr. Brightside, like a very popular song, and now you're like on your high horse being like, I said Mr. Butthole. What do you mean Mr. Brightside?
I don't even know what that is. Mr. Brightside.
Come on, dude. Mr. Brightside is an overrated song. It is. It's not that good.
It's pretty good, though.
It's not. Why?
It's pretty good.
Why is Mr. Brightside good?
I don't know. But why is any song good?
It's just he's going on.
It's catchy.
But he's talking about like watching the girl he loves hook up with another dude. Right?
Typical Mr. Butthole. Should we do a parody song called Mr. Butthole to the tune of I'm Mr. Butthole?
He doesn't do that already?
He probably does. And when you say he, do you mean that's a Steve Miller song?
He?
Mr. Brightside.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Did he play that when you guys opened for him?
Mr.
Yeah. Does Steve Miller band play Mr. Brightside for some reason? Okay. It's rare miss by the Steve Miller band.
Do we have any other prompts coming hot off Mr. Butthole?
Want to do one more?
Sure.
The last one is CEO.
Backpack.
Oh.
What happened to you?
I didn't have one. I
Oh.
didn't, dude. I blanked. I was shooting blanks, bro.
You ruined it.
I was shooting blanks on the CEO.
You ruined this tight segment that we had going.
CEO, no, he didn't. What's gonna happen? So the CEO of United Healthcare is dead.
Yeah, he's pretty dead. Yep.
Do you think other CEOs
Are going to be dead
yeah?
eventually.
What do you do about that? Eventually, yeah.
I think, in all seriousness, I think they've started amping up security for those guys.
Was he just walking around New York like solo dolo?
I think he was
Reagan status?
He was going to a meeting of like board members or something. And I also heard something. I don't know if this is true or not, but that they still did the meeting. Did you hear that?
No.
Like he got blasted in the back and killed, and then they still did the meeting.
He's in the hospital with a.
Can you imagine starting that meeting like, guys? I know it's a difficult time. Our CEO was just murdered 5 minutes ago outside of the building on the street, but we really need to get these insurance,
Deductibles?
deductibles in order.
At what age do your claims get rejected?
Are you asking me personally?
Yeah.
All my life. To be clear, I would never go to New York and shoot a CEO. It was not me.
Woo. Thank God you're not complicit.
FBI is going to show up at my door. Even more than they already do.
I just feel like people are going to start killing CEOs left and right now.
Oh, yeah. That's why I never became a CEO. Because I was like, I want to. It's more about my safety than it is about money. You know?
Could you imagine the guy who has to fill his shoes? Like, all right, who's next up?
Yeah.
No.
Not it. It ends up being some like janitor. He's just like, sure.
Babe, I got a promotion.
Yeah.
I'm the new CEO of United Healthcare.
Wah, wah. And then he also was murdered by Dan. Not Dan Johnson, our producer.
Mr. Butthole himself.
Mr. Butthole, a.k.a. Dan, HP Sexman.
What if the CEO's life insurance company doesn't pay out the claim?
Denies it? I think that's called poetic justice. Poetic big justice.
Poetic big justice.
He's going to write a book when he gets older called Poetic Big Justice. It's a memoir. And then these guys on this podcast are making fun of my dad.
Poetic big justice and how
And then
I
my
beat
dad beat the
type
shit out of
3
me.
diabetes.
Type 3.
There's a new, from eating Costco food, there's a new diabetes, it's type 3.
Diabetes 3D. Diabetes part 3. 3D. As in, you get it.
Joe, why so serious, bud?
I'm just thinking about that CEO, man.
We want to dedicate today's episode
To that one.
to the former CEO of United Healthcare. Let's
Don't
give
know
it
his
up for
name.
him.
Yep. Brian or Steve. Steve Insurance? Was that his name? Can you look that up? Steve Insurance, right? Steven Insurance. You look a little bit like a longshoreman. Did you know that?
More
Right
like
now?
a dongshoreman, dude.
Yeah.
What? I knew it was coming.
Yep. That's what she said. Mr. Butthole.
That's not what the CEO of United Healthcare says.
No, he said, ouch, ouch.
Hey guys, he had
Stop shooting
He had
me.
a little bit of an owie wowie on his back before the meeting.
There's been a little bit of a goof
a
about.
tiff. He's getting airlifted as
Yeah.
a precaution.
Some goofball played a prank on him. That knucklehead. The knucklehead that shot him. And if we're going to get you, you knucklehead.
They should have an open call for the next CEO of United.
I thought you were going to say open casket. They could, because you lay on your back. Right? He got shot in the back. They could do an open casket. For sure.
They could.
They could. That's the sound it made. Do you see the guy had a silencer too? Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Where'd you get that? It's not James Bond.
He probably had. How many Joker tattoos do you think that guy had?
Multiple
Joker tattoos.
Yeah. Well,
did they ever catch him?
Not yet. What are we doing?
Nothing. I'm just
excited.
I'm thinking about your business trip to New York now.
Yeah.
A little, especially hard.
No, they didn't catch him yet. Him.
That's your pronouns, right? Me/him?
Me/him. And just to be careful, I put on about 40 extra pounds since I did it.
Did what?
Went to New York.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know, the pizza in New York, za, some people call it, to shorten it. You really pack on the pounds.
And that's going to do it for our prompts. Give it up for the great prompts we had.
Yeah. Smooth segue.
All right. Well, as comedians, we write a lot. So our producer asked us to make up some fake movies with synopses.
Right.
Synopsi?
Yep.
Synopsis.
And when you say we write a lot, what you mean is we write a lot of letters to corporations asking them
for their CEO to not reject our insurance claims.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the letters get through. Sometimes they don't. There's consequences. Probably should start sending emails.
I read a letter you wrote in your glove box. It was very
the letter that I physically wrote inside my glove box.
Yes.
Very cramped in there.
It's seemed kind of a downer.
Which letter do you mean?
You were talking about leaving some of your possessions behind to people and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a who's that knucklehead that went out to Alaska and stuff? There's a movie about it. Sold all his possessions. Went to live
into the wild.
Into the wild.
Are you literally bringing up Into the fucking Wild?
I'm gonna Into the Wild it, bro.
Only you and I get that. Let's give it up for ourselves. All right, so these are movies.
Did you read the book?
No, I can't read.
I forgot.
I'm illiterate.
That was pretty rude of me. They do have a book on tape, probably, of Into the Wild.
All right, so these are movies that are made up with synopses that we want to see Hollywood make. Joe, you want to go first?
I can read my first one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mine are more like almost like trailers type situation. So I'll just shut the fuck up, dude. God damn. You know what? I don't even want to do that. I don't even do it anymore. All right. Ready? The space shuttle's just gone into orbit, but wait a sec. There's a chimp on board. Watch the hilarity ensue as Jason Bateman and Clint Eastwood, that's his brother, try to wrangle this rambunctious simian in the Milky Way. Can these heroes hide their mutual erections long enough to save the day? Or will this become a Planet of the Monkeys?
Planet of the Monkeys.
Planet of the Monkeys. Grade A.
No one would ever make a film about a planet and monkeys.
That's what I thought. It's the first one. And if we can get Clint Eastwood signed on, attached to the project, he's a little bit older than his brother, but he's still pretty spry.
I just want to see a Harambe cameo in that.
Obviously. You kind of, spoiler alert. Fuck. All right, do you want to read one of your terrible ones?
We'll go back and forth. You want to go back and forth?
Back and forth.
Okay, so Hollywood is really big into Hollywood is very big into prequels, sequels. I want to see a prequel to Schindler's List.
Okay.
I have no great synopsis. It's just like the history before the history.
And nobody knows what happens, so you could just...
You know how Hollywood makes the anti-hero the hero?
Sure.
I could see them making like the Childhood of Hitler movie.
Sure.
That like everyone sympathizes
Sure.
and sympathizes
That would tie in with my movie, actually.
with his. And then at the end, it's revealed the whole movie you were watching Hitler growing up, and you're like, oh.
Oh, shit. I'm a bad person.
That would be, yeah.
I like that a lot.
So to be clear, it's a movie about a boy. You don't know about this boy. He has a tortured childhood. You feel really bad for him.
Hitler.
And it turns out
It's
to be Hitler.
I like that. It's a good twist.
Or also, here's just sequels.
Sure.
I want to see Django Part 2 called Django Rechained,
Sure.
where he gets caught, and
Sure.
then he has to get unchained again.
Does he? Don't tell me.
I can't tell you.
Don't tell me. Django Rechained.
Django Rechained, Hollywood.
Jamie
Get on it.
Foxx?
Absolutely, Jamie Foxx.
He was great in that. All right. This one's a little complicated, so bear with me. Okay? A civil engineer with a deranged past finds that he can enter other civil engineers' minds and read their thoughts. But oh no, he gets caught by an inspector who is also a mind traveler, and then he has to work for the inspector to steal traffic routing secrets from other civil engineers. Matt Damon and the one dead wrestling guy star in Intersection Inspection Inception.
Dude, you actually did work on these, bro.
That one took the longest.
What time did you write this out?
I had to ask OJ what Inception was because I wasn't sure, and that was his basic explanation. And then I read that to him, and he was like, "Well, but really, what the guy?" I was like, "No. Don't tell me any more about Inception."
Intersection, inception,
Inception, inspection, inception. What do you mean, what?
That was
Does that, you know how movies, when the title is often said, like in the middle of the movie, you're like, oh, there it was.
Yeah.
Like that old Family Guy bit. Like, is
Yeah.
there a line in the movie?
Yeah,
where
he'll be like, "Wait a second, this is an intersection, inspection, inception, isn't it?"
Inception.
Yeah. Bum, bum, bum. All right, do one of your good ones.
Okay. That's pretty good. Give it up for Joe.
That was pretty good.
You did work. He did work. A movie I'd like to see is 2 Cups, 3 Girls.
Okay.
Twice the cups, 1.5 the amount of the girls. It's going to get 69% more messy.
I like that. 69% on Rotten Tomatoes too, probably.
Or you could go 2 cups, 1 girl also if you want to. I just like mixing up the dichotomy of girls
Yeah.
and cups. Same plot.
I like the 3 and 2 better
Okay.
because it's like a buddy movie.
It is.
The girls are buddies.
Where were you when you saw 2 Girls, 1 Cup?
I was a couple minutes ago. Dan had it pulled up on the Dynabook. I was like, "The fuck?" No, I've never seen it. You want me to do my
You've
last
never
one?
seen it?
No, I've seen it.
Okay.
You got really excited. You want to watch it right now? You know my last one?
Yeah.
Or you have another one?
I got a bunch of random. They're not going to be as good as yours, but, you know.
Well, I knew that was going to happen. All right, ready?
Yeah.
What are Ben Stiller and Jack Black doing in intensive care? Oh boy. Wait until you find out they both actually have inoperable anal cancer. This documentary follows the hilarious comedians' families as they learn about and deal with their respective breadwinners' ultimate demise. Ben and Jack do not appear in the movie, but coming this Kwanzaa, it's hospital hijinks. It's a documentary, to be clear. They both have anal cancer.
But you just want them to die is basically what you said. In the most roundabout way ever, you said you want these people to die.
I don't want them to, but we're going to document it.
Is part of the production making sure they actually have the cancer?
We have to make sure.
Like,
I'm not sure how we're
giving
going to
it
do that.
them? Yeah.
Mr. Butthole is going to be... He's going to be torn up.
Wait, Ben Stiller knew? Jack Black?
Jack Black, yeah. Hospital hijinks, to be clear. Coming this Kwanzaa.
So your movie that you are now directing,
Sure.
you're going to follow their families?
Yeah, they're not in it. They're not even in it for a second. In fact, we're not even supposed to be using their names. But yeah, their families and just, their journey as their famous comedian breadwinner slowly expires from
tragic.
inoperable anal cancer. Hospital hijinks.
Beautiful. And I think it'll be a real tearjerker.
Yeah. It'll be a something jerker.
Jerking something.
Yeah. So to be clear, that's Planet of the Monkeys, Intersection, Inspection, Inception, and Hospital Hijinks.
You did work, man. I'm proud of you.
OJ, well, thank you. Special shout out to OJ. He coming this Kwanzaa was his. I thought that was very funny. So, and he also tried to explain Inception to me, which
I thought OJ was dead.
my son,
Oh.
the ghost of OJ came to me in a dream last night and hovered over my bed. Like that scene in Ghostbusters where the ghost blows the dude or whatever. But except it wasn't a ghost, it was real.
Well, I'm going to rapid fire just a couple quick
Sure.
things here. The remainders, all right? They'll be quick. I'm crying from
Yeah, I have tears
the
in my
tear
eyes.
jerker. You jerked my tears.
Mm.
If anybody can jerk my tears, it's you. No. Okay.
Wow.
I think it'd be fun for a movie called The Mighty Cucks
Sure.
by Disney.
Sure.
Where it's basically about a bunch of cucks discover they have common interest that's not watching their wives get plowed by somebody else.
Another common interest.
Ice hockey.
Okay.
Ice hockey.
They
so
play or
they do now.
okay.
And the Mighty Cucks have to beat the Bulls. That's
The
the number,
Bulls.
The Bulls. That's the number one hockey team in the league.
Yeah.
So are they going to be raising the Stanley Cuck or sitting in the corner watching the Bulls win?
Yeah. That's probably the best one so far.
It's okay. Well, we've talked about this a lot. Tragic Mike, a once prominent male exotic dancer, ages out of his craft and turns to a life of crime, drugs, and violence.
Okay.
But now there's one person he must dance for, the cartel.
So one final dance to rule the world, basically.
Well, the dance in this situation is illicit drugs.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay. I like that.
I don't.
Well,
No one did.
you said it.
There's some other stupid fucking ones.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, we have United We Fall. After an employee is denied chemotherapy for his dying mother because insurance is too high, he takes justice in his own hands and assassinates the CEO of the healthcare provider who provided neither health or care to his dead mommy.
When you say justice, you mean
Big Justice. Starring Big Justice.
Starring Big Justice as the guy,
The guy.
as the hero. You denied my claim.
We're not just serving justice. We're serving
Big Justice. Well,
There's some more. It's not. That's all I got.
are you upset that mine were really good?
They were
They were-
poetically written.
They were very good.
I just want to see some more Medea movies. I don't know about you.
Yeah, obviously.
Where do you want to see Medea go next?
Well, she's been to prison.
Oh, yeah.
Where else did she go? Probably camp. That's Ernest. Maybe camp. Medea goes to camp. Is that already one?
Concentration camp?
Where she learns to battle her HDD. ADD or HDD. She's a real analog type of girl, Medea.
Gal.
Yeah.
I want to see Medea go to a rodeo in Alabama.
I think that'd be really
a
good.
Borat situation there?
Sure. Medea goes south. Quickly.
Well, we're going to go write the next Medea movie, I think.
I think.
Hot off this one.
Yeah.
Is there anything this Christmas season you're thinking about?
Well, now all I can think about is Medea.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers. Insurance is one thing.
Yeah, you need to get some new insurance this year.
I'm gonna have to get a new provider at this point because I think they're probably gonna drop me when they find out. I'm almost sure of it. And then just the children.
You are always thinking about the children.
I'm always thinking about children, the poor, hungry children in the streets.
Well,
They don't get. Not everybody gets Mr. Butthole to come on Christmas Eve, and there's children out there on the streets that have never been visited by Mr. Butthole. And I'm going to change that this year.
True patron saint.
I'm going to change it, whether they like it or not.
And this has been episode 4 of the
Only Good Podcast.
OG Podcast.
OGP. We're doing our best.
Hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog, man.
Rod of the dog.
Do you yourself a favor, baby, and fuck off. Do yourself a favor, baby, and fuck off. The only good podcast, fuck off.